Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE Talk. We're kicking it off with action on the Monday Night Raw brand. Live from Lowell, Massachusetts, as here come the Judgment Day in full effect. And it looks like Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan have also joined the crew here tonight on Dark.
Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Damian Priest, representing the Judgment Day from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 195 pounds, J.D. McDonough!
Well, it's the Irish Ace, J.D. McDonough, set for competition here on WWE Dark, and he's got the entirety of the Judgment Day out with him, game planning what they're going to do here tonight live on Dark. Well, let's talk about the elephant in the room. McDonough, Priest, Raquel in the ring. Well, here's these two, Finn Balor and Liv Morgan, who are looking awfully close with one another. This is a relationship that is forming within the Judgment Day. Finn Balor got a new girlfriend, then joined her, then brought her along. They joined the Judgment Day alongside her good friend Raquel Rodriguez, who got called up from NXT. Seems like they're all a part of the Judgment Day going forward. Well, Finn Balor was not too successful on Monday Night Raw this past week, trying to earn his spot at Backlash and #1 contendership affair to go at Adam Cole in the Intercontinental title. This matchup was here before that four-way match. Balor was confident going in, had Liv by his side, but did not come out victorious. Let's see if JD of the Judgment Day can get a big win for the group tonight on WWE Dark. Balor, Liv and Raquel all go to the back. It's Damian Priest left out here, accompanying McDonough to the ring. But taking on JD tonight is a member of the newly formed Imperium. Not really newly formed, but newly added Imperium, because it was originally just Gunther and Kaiser after Giovanni Vinci got kicked out at the end of last season. But now the Bulgarian brute Rusev has joined the faction, and it's that man taking on McDonough here tonight.
Representing Imperium from Bulgaria, weighing in at 304 pounds,
Rusev making his official debut in this series, getting brought to the ring alongside Ludwig Kaiser, and they didn't get it out. The leader of Imperium and the man that defeated Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, Gunther. And this is a chance for Rusev to prove himself to Imperium, to Gunther, to Ludwig Kaiser going forward. It is a faction war, the Judgment Day taking on Imperium in singles competition. To get it started here on the Raw side of things from Lowell, Massachusetts, on WWE Dark, J.D. McDonough versus Rusev, another David versus Goliath affair. Rusev over 100-pound weight difference against JD. Will that affect the Irish Ace and the former NXT Cruiserweight Champion, who's also been called up to the main roster alongside Damian Priest to form the Judgment Day? Raquel Rodriguez as well now, as we know. It's Liv and Finn Balor awfully close, working together in the Judgment Day as well. But nonetheless, Rod Zapata, former NXT official, a man that has officiated a lot of JD McDonough matches over the last year, officiates another one tonight against the Bulgarian brute Rusev in both men's main roster debut. Here we go. Collar and elbow tie-up from Rusev and McDonough get us started here on Dark. What a great week of action it has been, and this is how we cap it off with the Dark matches we saw before Raws, NXTs and SmackDowns this past week. Rusev and McDonough going at it. Is JD able to fade out of the headlock there? And got Rusev in an arm wringer. Got him right where he wants some. JD McDonough just trying to torque on that, but Rusev able to counter it in a hammerlock. Nicely done by the Bulgarian brute. Mauler of Bulgaria, the Lion of Bulgaria, you could say as well. Rusev and McDonough go back and forth. Trading holds here as Rusev got him with chin lock, center of the ring. McDonough grounded. The former NXT Cruiserweight Champ is grounded. Keep the high-flying man on the ground, but keep the big man on the ground as well. Rusev back to his feet. Hammerlock though from JD. But Rusev really wants him in the centre of the ring. JD and Rusev back and forth. The kick is off. Who's going to get the upper hand here? And it's going to be the Bulgarian Brute, and he's got him here. Got him with another arm wringer there. Referee wants the power getting rid of the kendo stick that was brought in by Ludwig Kaiser, just trying to assist Rusev, but he don't need no kendo stick. He just continued to wrench on the arm of the Irish Ace McDonough. And a look at that from Rusev. Arm ringing out of it, and now Rusev using his power, knocking down the Irish Ace. JD McDonough achieved gold on NXT. Can he achieve gold here on Monday Night Raw? It's not looking good for him in his first matchup of the series against Rusev. Big shots right in the midsection by the line of Bulgaria, and a clothesline. Walked right out of that with a massive head of his cover. Rusev for the win, only scoring one. Is JD able to stay in it live on WWE Dark? The first matchup that the live crowd of Lowell, Massachusetts got to see this week. Rusev and McDonough going at it. As Ludwig Kaiser back in the apron. Gonna take off that turnbuckle pad, able to do so. Runs the para, sees it immediately. And looks to tend to that turnbuckle pad. JD McDonough trying to use his speed here, running neck breaker. Taking out Rusev. And JD gonna keep on him here. Nice short arm clothesline. Down goes the Bulgarian Brute. Rusev in trouble now. Nice. Standing moonsault by JD. Going for a second. Able to connect. McDonough after two moonsaults gonna pick up Rusev. Big jab, oh, smack to the face of JD. Rusev having none of it. And then Rusev, JD don't want to be there. Alabama slam by the Bulgarian Brute. And oh no, the newest member of Imperium is going to punish JD McDonough. And Gunther's went to the back now. Gunther just came out here to accompany Rusev and give him some words of encouragement while Ludwig Kaiser cheers him on at ringside. Along with the Judgment Day as well, Balor, Raquel and Liv will cheer on JD as well as Finn Balor was getting ready for his matchup on Raw as well. JD, beautiful standing Spanish fly to Rusev, cover only scoring one. Rusev able to power out of that one. JD McDonough brought him against the ropes here. Rusev in a world of hurt by the ropes. Don't want to be there. Oh God, big forearms to the lower back by JD McDonough. There's two other ones. Waist lock by JD. Poison runner right in the head. Rusev getting spanked. Cover. Hook in the leg. Shoulders down again. And another one count by JD. Only enough for one. Missing the moonsault again. And now Rusev going to make McDonough pay with a clothesline. Lots of para trying to get out of the crossfires there. Is looking. Oh no. God, cannon absolutely dropped by Rusev Uranagi. By the newest member of Imperium, who's landing running roughshod over the Monday Night Raw locker room alongside his now newest tag partner Ludwig Kaiser, it seems. Can't wait to see the success of Imperium and the Judgment Day along the series. If it does, is JD gonna hang Rusev out to dry? Smart strategy there by JD McDonough. Now Rusev in the corner, there's JD. What's McDonough thinking here? Shades of Finn Balor. The shotgun drop kick into the corner by McDonough. And now JD with a massive moonsault now connecting off the springboard of the corner. Covered by JD McDonough. Two count the kick out by Rusev. McDonough handling his own against the much larger Rusev tonight on Dark. JD got incredible upside and potential, which is why he was called up to main roster. Why Finn Balor has recruited him to join the Judgment Day alongside Damian Priest, who he will be teaming with going forward. They teamed a couple of times in NXT trying to win the NXT tag team titles. They came up short in that pursuit. We'll see if they're more successful on Monday Night Raw. Rusev trying to make sure he is no more successful, especially not JD. Mashka kick connecting by the line of Bulgaria. Only enough for two. McDonough still hanging in there. And Rusev can't believe it. Got frustration. We're going to have to keep his eye on the gas pedal as once again referee runs the pad going to fix the turnbuckle pad. But Ludwig Kaiser undone earlier on. Not the first time he's done it. What's the plan? Must be getting tired of Ludwig Kaiser's antics at ringside. Is GD. Beautiful tornado DDT. Off the springboard. From the middle rope. Busts some wide open. Now what's McDonough got in mind? McDonough making a crimson mask out of the Bulgarian brute now. Tippy top rope, JD and Rusev up high. Oh no, avalanche Spanish fly by McDonough. Took a lot out of the sails of Rusev. Cover, shoulders down, scoring two. Kick out by the Bulgarian brute as the crowd cheering this matchup on. Incredible action tonight on Dark. JD McDonough now. Picking him up to his feet. Another Spanish fly again. This time a standing one for the second time in the match. 3 Spanish flies in total by McDonough. And a kicker again by Rusev. Well, 3 Spanish flies have hit. All 3 have been kicked out of by the Bulgarian brute. And McDonough going to have to think of a new game plan. Top rope crossbody, nobody there. No water in the pool. And Rusev, German release suplex sending McDonough flying. JD McDonough went absolutely all over the shop off that German, but he's still in control. Once again, sending Rusev to the outside and clotheslines him to the floor. Man, if this were a Rumble, JD would have just eliminated Rusev, and look out! Tope suicide by McDonough! Suicide dive! The massive head! Dropping right in the chest of Rusev at ringside. Now JD on the apron. JD! Arabian press moonsault on the floor. JD's looking incredible today. What a first show, and win, lose or draw, JD should be proud of this effort this evening. Picking up Rusev in the centre of the ring. Kaiser trying to give Rusev words of encouragement on the outside. European uppercut by the Bulgarian brute, and now absolutely launching him. And now what's Rusev's thinking? Picking up JD and a massive scoop power slam. And Rusev has this one in the bag perhaps. Oh God! And there's the massive head that busted open of JD McDonough. Mashka kick by Rusev. And that could be Oshie roll for JD. Into the accolade. Submission hold by Rusev. Nowhere for McDonough to go here on Dark. Nowhere but out. As McDonough out of the SAS tapping out. Rusev victorious in his debut tonight. Well, what an effort from both men, man. JD losing his Raw debut on WWE Dark. Rusev winning his Raw debut on Dark. But both men gave it their all. A great David versus Goliath fight. Nothing to be ashamed of in defeat for JD McDonough, but all over, not a very good night or good week for the Judgment Day, other than Liv Morgan winning her triple threat and her Continental Championship contenders match to go on and try and be the inaugural Women's Intercontinental Champion come Backlash. Rusev, though, victorious tonight, and Gunther is very pleased. All of Imperium are back out tonight, celebrating in triumph the victory of the busted open Bulgarian brutes, Rusev. Well, still to come tonight, folks, a great main event on the NXT side of things, as it's going to be Joe Hendry taking on Miles Bourne. Someone probably said his name because he's appearing tonight on WWE Dark. 2 young stars collide later on, but now it's time for some SmackDown Women's action. 2 new stars to the blue brand. NXT call-up Candice LeRae and Raw transfer Michin do battle right here, right now, next on WWE Dark. We're back live on Dark as Candice LeRae makes her first appearance on the blue brand. Officially now a part of the main roster. We're going to go one-on-one with Michin here in this WWE Dark encounter this evening. Both women not given opportunities to become the inaugural Women's Intercontinental, or Women's United States Champion rather, on the SmackDown brand. So they're both trying to build up stock, build up momentum and victories, and maybe be in line for a future shot at the Women's US title, depending on who wins at Backlash, who wins that gold, whether it's Lyra Valkyria or the woman that she will have to face at Backlash, which is still to be determined. Nonetheless, here comes the woman facing Candice LeRae.
From Fontana, California, Michin.
Michin didn't do too well last series. She was an NXT call-up that got called up to Raw after SummerSlam and the Superstar Shake-Up that followed it. Didn't end up doing too much. More losses than wins for Michin. Had a bad showing in the Women's Royal Rumble match as well. Not the best show in the Women's Gauntlet and Evolution. Didn't really get much spotlight. So let's see if this can be the start of something great for Michin. Change of scenery, now a part of SmackDown. Gets her first match tonight on WWE Dark. This is WWE 2K26 Universe Mode, Episode 8. I don't believe I welcome y'all to the show. Welcome. I am Callum, otherwise known as the KO King. Welcome to KO Productions. Welcome to WWE Dark. And this is gonna be a fun one. Let's not waste any more time and let's get straight into the action, man. Women's action of the SmackDown brand. Here we go, folks. Let's get to work. Bell has been rung. Jason Ayers, the official here today, is Michin, aping up that sold-out crowd from the SmackDown side of things in Tucson, Arizona. It's the first matchup that the SmackDown brand saw last night. It was a great night on SmackDown. Samoa Joe getting an opportunity to try and get the US title opportunity against AJ Styles at Backlash. He'll collide with the winner of Carmelo Hayes and Shinsuke Nakamura's affair, which is coming down next week on SmackDown. But right now it's Michin and Candice LeRae. Is Michin, where the hell was she going? Oh well, Candice able to actually connect with a maneuver. Hurricane Rana, not the best start from Michin as she's wanting to get to a better level this series. That's not a way to go about it. Candice LeRae now, nothing fancy, but just going after her. To prove a point. Candice, a part of NXT the entirety of last season, never won a match at all. But she didn't have that many of them. I believe only competed in about 3 or 4 matches last series on NXT. Lost all of them. So more opportunities for Candice LeRae this year. Could see more victories. And she could be getting her first here tonight on WWE Dark against Michin. But look at that combination offense from the crazy Korean chick Michin. And now, shaking that ass right in the face of Candice LeRae. Well, if it was Keith Lee, he'd love it. But Candice doesn't. And Candice gonna make her pay with a step up enziguri. And now Candice LeRae now. Big splash off the springboard cover on Michin, scoring only one kick out there. Referee Jason Ayers right in position. Not over just yet. Candice LeRae's husband, Johnny Gargano, was on the show last night on SmackDown, losing to Samoa Joe in the opening contest. David versus Goliath encounter. Also, big meteor there from Candice LeRae off the metal rope cover once again on Michin. 2 count this time. Kick out by Michin. Also last night, Jacob Fatu making very quick work of the A-list superstar, The Miz. Lyra Valkyria scoring the opportunity to get a shot at Backlash to become the first ever Women's United States Champion as Michin has a bridge in German, but Candice legs able to get to the rope. Michin in the face of referee Jason Ayers, but that was a good call from the official. Candice's legs were on the rope there off that bridge in German, but Michin kicking away at Candice. May have busted the rope already. And that's context. But Lyra Valkyria will be going to Backlash. She'll face the winner of a triple threat matchup this coming week on SmackDown. As the DDT connects from Candice, cover on Michin, 1 count kick out. The triple threat will include Alexa Bliss, Bayley, and NXT call up the hot mess, Chelsea Green. Cannot wait for that one. And also last night, Braun Breaker ignited a NXT rivalry with Solo Sikoa. As Breaker was victorious, the undisputed WWE Champion looking good ahead of Backlash's main event in St. Louis as he takes on Roman Reigns in defense of that WWE Championship. It's Michin! Look at that! As we get back to this contest, beautiful tornado DDT off the springboard from the middle rope. Michin now, gut buster, gut wrench on to Candice LeRae, sets her out, Michin, top rope, what's she going to maintain? 450 splash off the top, cover on Candice, hooking the legs, shoulders down, scoring 2, LeRae able to stay in it. That's the closest count I've got so far in this matchup, here on WWE Dark. There's a big kick upside the top of the head by Candice LeRae there. There Candice, clothesline there by LeRae. Beautifully done, beautifully executed by Candice, and now out the corner. Look at the Ray go here. Oh yeah! Nice run out the corner. Off the jumps there. Candice always had great chemistry with everybody she faced over in NXT last year. He's always had great performances, but never seemed to get that victory. Rest of the likes of Raquel Rodriguez, Chelsea Green, Zoe Stark all coming up short, and Candice though with a senton right in the back of Michin. Will this be enough for a victory and a kick out by Michin again? Candice not happy and out the corner. Look at that! Jumping in from the middle row. Big springboard splash there by Candice LeRae. Another poison pixie measuring her woman. Looking to put her away. Look at this. Oh, went for a poison. Ran off the springboard. Jumped from the middle rope. Couldn't get it. Or bottom rope rather. Michin pinning predicament here. Leg scissors. 2 count. Candice kicking out. And now Michin out the corner. Now Michin to the back of Candice. My God. That's a hard-hitting woman's affair tonight, is Michin. Big kick corner, but look at this. Candice LeRae. Prop up round of the Michin. And what's Candice looking for here? Well, Michin, where she wants her on her feet now. And now look at this. There's the poison runner. By the poison pixie off the springboard from the bottom rope. Cover. Shoulders down. Scores 2. Kick out by Michin. The crowd liking this contest. I am too. Both women bringing it tonight. Live on Dark. Michin. Kick out to the leg of Candice LeRae. Protect your neck. Oh man. Cover. Michin. Hook in the leg. Shoulders down. Scoring 2. Kick out. Candice staying in it from protect your neck. Michin has scored a number of victories with that maneuver, but only a handful. That's only the amount that she won last season. Couldn't get the one with that springboard moonsault from the middle rope either. But Candice never even won a single match. So Michin certainly more qualified to win this encounter than Candice. But we'll see how Candice gets on here as he sends Michin to the outside of the ring. And Michin not going to let it made out there because Candice LeRae with a toe pin. A tornado. DDT. Shades of her husband from what we saw last night, Johnny Gargano. That was incredible from Candice. And now Candice LeRae back into the ring, looking to put her away and get the victory here. Candice sends her around the corner, the crowd loving this contest, chanting this is awesome momentarily. Indeed it was. Or indeed it is rather, it's still awesome. Michin, big kick. Candice trying to put her away on the top, and Michin gonna catch her on the back. You caught her there. Eat defeat, and she's gonna eat another defeat by the looks of it. Yes, she will. Michin victorious tonight on Dark. It's Candice again. Eating defeat. Sudden impact off that eat defeat boot to the face, and bang, it's all over. Lights out for Candice LeRae. As the Gargano LeRae family losing out on the same night, just here the night after. Man, well, great effort from Candice, man, but yet again, it's another defeat. Courtesy of Michin, another woman who really needed a big win tonight, and that's with the moment. Big kick up from the second rope, and eat defeat landed flush. That is all over right there, man. Jason here's perfect position for the 1, 2, 3. Michin victorious tonight on Dark.
Here is your winner, Michin.
One hell of a contest from the SmackDown Women's Division, and one hell of a victory for the HBIC Michin. Congratulations going out to Michin tonight on WWE Dark from the SmackDown side of things. Live from Tucson, Arizona. But now, folks, it is time for your main event of the evening. It's 2 young NXT prospects going to be duking it out tonight. Say his name and he appears. Joe Hendry battling Miles Bourne in your main event next for the NXT side of things in Orlando, Florida on WWE Dark. Both men are going to be making their debut here tonight, but only one of them can win. Will it be this man? As the whole crowd clapping in unison.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Edinburgh, Scotland, weighing in at 230 pounds, Joe Hendry.
Hendry then excited for this great main event opportunity tonight. between two young NXT prospects looking to make their debut this evening. It's Hendry, it's Bourne, your main event of WWE Dark Q this evening on Universe Mode Episode 8. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're back live on WWE Dark as though you see Miles Bourne making his way to the ring. Well, the crowd is very energetic rather, has been the entirety of the NXT broadcast. This is the first match of NXT this past week in Orlando that the NXT crowd bear witness to, and they were hell of excited for it. Two young prospects looking to get a big win and potential opportunities at Championship Gold going forward. I'll tell you, man, this man looks like $1 million. This man looks like a star. Miles Bourne, the first and only ever deaf WWE superstar. Ironic, trying to hear the love and adulation from the crowd tonight. Don't know if he's hearing much, but he could hear his name called. The winner at the end of this one. So here we go, Hendry and Bourne. Referee ringing the bell. Referee Victoria something. I think that's her name. Nonetheless, Hendry extends the hands and Bourne quickly accepts. Shaking the hand of Joe Hendry. Good sportsmanship as this one now. Getting off to the races. Your main event of Dark tonight. What a great main event we saw last week on WWE Dark just last Friday. Rey Mysterio taking on El Hijo del Vikingo, an incredible Lucha Libre classic, which will go down in WWE Dark history. It's Hendry and Bourne duking it out here, arm wringer by Joe Hendry. We believe, says this crowd in Orlando, Florida, at the WWE Performance Center, or the Capitol Wrestling Center, whatever one it is. Nonetheless, Bourne and Hendry going at it. Bourne able to muscle him up there. Nicely done by Miles Bourne. Looks like a baby Randy Orton. Little young Randy, baby Viper. But the crowd sometimes chant to him. Not on this occasion though, as Joe Hendry gets him in a headlock. Hendry has shared the ring with the likes of Randy Orton in the past. Not in this Universe Mode series, but in other aspects of the professional wrestling business. It's Hendry able to switch it into a hammerlock. This is both men's first outings here in this series. We'll see how both men get on this series. That's the first look at both of them. Here's episode 8. It's Hendry and Bourne. It's Hendry with a big knee right to the lower back of Miles. Another collar nibble tie up here. Hendry getting the better of Miles Bourne on that exchange. Who will get the best on this exchange? Hendry and Bourne. It's going to be Hendry again. It is. Driving him all the way to the corner. Referee in there. Going to get a clean break. Yes, we are. And then back into it once more. Miles Bourne, Joe Hendry back at it. It's going to be Miles Bourne now. Look at the power, Miles. Able to send him into the corner. Another clean break. And we get it. And now Hendry went for a kick. Miles Bourne able to counter it. Able to catch it. And now here comes Miles. And a European uppercut. We're right out of the action now as Miles Bourne. Hyped up, fired up in his NXT debut against the fellow NXT debutant Joe Hendry. Hendry full on there, caught Miles. And Joe Hendry now clopping on. Hendry gets some there. Now Joe Hendry going to send Miles Bourne in the corner. Hendry, look at that. Big running uppercut on Miles. Both men are stars in the industry. It's Hendry attitude adjustment. Shades of John Cena. 2 count on Bourne and a kick out. Well, maybe at any other point in the match, this would have been over, but the match only began about a couple of minutes ago, and Joe Hendry already hitting one of his favourite wrestlers' finishing moves, rather, and John Cena's attitude adjustment. We have not seen yet John Cena on the main roster. Cena, of course, a part of Monday Night Raw this series, not yet seen him. Maybe we will see him, or maybe that's the point. Maybe he's been there, but we can't see him. Nonetheless, Miles Bourne. Baby Viper got hit with an attitude adjustment. Arguably Cena's best rival in this industry moments ago, and then took to the skies, did Miles. Taking out Hendry with a slingshot crossbody, but now Hendry taking out Miles and sending him out of the steel steps at ringside. Count of 3 from the official. It's Hendry. Comes back into the ring now at 4. And Hendry getting love and adulation from this crowd tonight in Orlando, Florida. From the NXT shed, Miles Bourne comes back in, count of 5, clothesline. Down goes Hendry in the main event. And Miles Bourne bailing out belly! And a cover. Hook of the leg, shoulders down to Hendry. This could do it. 2 count kicker. Not enough to keep down Joe Hendry. Oh, the motivational man gets set out of the corner. Very hard. Hard shot. There is Miles Bourne. Look at Miles. Axe suplex. And Miles on the corner. Moonsault. Off the springboard. Cover by Bourne. Leg hook. Shoulders down. 2 again. Near fall from Hendry. So close yet no cigar as Miles rocks some of those forearms. Hendry gonna fight back. And now Hendry with a European uppercut. Down goes Bourne. And now it's Joe Hendry in the driver's seat of this WWE Dark Main event. Rock bottom. Another legendary maneuver by Hendry. 2 count on Bourne. Another near fall. First the attitude adjustment. Now the rock bottom by Joe Hendry. Hitting all the Legends maneuvers tonight. And make it 3 for 3. John Cena check. The Rock check. Chris Jericho check. The walls are cinched in with a Boston Crab on Miles Bourne. And Miles able to escape. Well, the matchup hasn't been going on too long for Miles Bourne to be worn down by that submission just yet. Hendry doesn't really utilise that submission all that often. So it ain't gonna do too much damage to the young Miles Bourne. Is Bourne gonna lay him out for the flat line? And then Miles heading up to the top rope, looking to fly here. Live on NXT. Miles Bourne getting that crowd all fired up in a massive frog splash. Beautiful height and elevation. Cover. 2 count. No. Not over yet. Another near fall there from Joe Hendry. Is now Miles going to send him into the corner. Hendry now doesn't want to be there. Oh, gets backed up and out. A belly overhead throw to Joe Hendry. Bourne in control. Standing moonsault by Miles. Well, this is impressive from Miles Bourne. Really taking it at Joe Hendry. I'd say the crowd are more on the side of Hendry, but they still do admire and like the efforts of Miles Bourne. He's showing up to be really impressive tonight. Cover. 2 count on Hendry off the Fisherman Buster. Not enough for 3 as Hendry rolls to the floor. Well, Miles Bourne has already dove on Hendry already. Maybe looking to do it again, this time from the apron. Hendry rolling out to try and catch a breather. Miles not allowing any of that to happen in Bourne now. Clocking him with a double axe handle off the apron of Joe Hendry. Hendry fighting back on the outside, however, with a forearm. Vicious action here. It's Joe Hendry. After the arm flipping him on the floor. Well, which one of you said his name? Because he has appeared on NXT. He has appeared on WWE Dark. And Miles Bourne not going to be having a lot of fun there. Hendry up to the top rope, not off, and he goes up there with a double axe handle by Joe Hendry. And now Hendry looking to put him away. Picks him up. Freak of nature. And a kept up by Hendry off the fall away slam. Cover on Bourne. Will it be enough for the 3? There's 2 and no. They'll staying in it. Another resilient kick out from Miles Bourne. Now it's Hendry working over the arm of this young Miles in the middle of the ring. Oh, we're going to strengthen Hendry. The deadlift pick up. Running power slam by Joe. Cover on Miles. Hooking the leg. Shoulders down again. A near fall. Once more from Bourne. Both men showing that resilient side to them. Big kick upside the top of the head by Miles Bourne. And now it's Miles looking to turn it around. Miles now. The Yoshi Garoshi. Fireman's carry knee to the back of the head. And now a flipping neck breaker to a seated Hendry. Cover. Bourne. Massive one incoming. 2 count only. Hendry still alive. Only enough for 2 as Miles Bourne heading up to the middle rope. Looking to fly high. Live on NXT this evening. Hendry to a vertical base. Here comes Miles. Drop kick off the middle rope as Bourne takes over this contest. Heading to the top rope now. Hendry in the center of the ring. Laid out. Elbow drop. No one on the pool. Nobody home. Hendry on the own. And now Hendry guzzles him by the throat and delivering a massive standing ovation. Cover. Hendry for the win. On Bourne. 2 count. Kick out by Miles. Oh, that's Hendry's go-to finishing blow. And Miles Bourne showing that resiliency, showing that faith. Elbow drop there by Hendry off the top, cover. Oh, Miles, well, let's do it. 2 count again, another near fall. Well, if Miles Bourne gets compared to Randy Orton a lot, he's going to live up to that. And right now he is, with Randy's resilience, with his methodical pace. Sometimes he likes to go high a lot, likes to go to the top. He's back on the top right now, but it's not voluntarily, it's not optional. It's Hendry has the driver's seat right now. Look at this. Oh, the vertical delayed superplex off the top by Hendry. Crowd loving this in Orlando. Shannon, this is awesome. Indeed it is. It's Hendry covering Bourne again. Another kick out. That's 3 kick outs in a row from 3 high impact maneuvers. And Hendry can't get the win yet. Bourne won't stay down, but maybe he will now. Set out powerbomb. Cover. 2 count. That is still not over. Oh, what incredible resiliency from this kid, Miles Bourne, man. I'll tell you. There's Joe Hendry. Oh, but it gets elbowed there. Miles forearm. Miles fading back. Hendry kicked in the midsection, however. And Joe Hendry in control the majority of the match. And it's only a matter of time until it ends, with that man's hand being raised. And look at that, the one-on vertical delayed suplex. But Miles looking to steal it. Played possum. The instinct of Bourne kicking in, 2 count only there. Almost had it 1. But there's Miles with a shot to the face. There's another one. And Bourne again. Bourne again. Oh my. For a big win on Dark 2. No, kicking by Hendry. Oh wow. Well, both men have had each other with their big finishing blow. And both men have kicked out of it, and Bourne off the top with an elbow drop right in the heart of Joe Hendry. Cover once more. Scoring 2 on Hendry and another near fall. Oh, Miles Bourne is pissed. Showing that frustration. Can't believe his eyes that Joe Hendry has been kicking out of Bourne again, of the elbow drop. Saying that Miles kicked out of 4 high impact maneuvers in a row. And now Miles Bourne off the top with Joe Hendry. Unbelievable. Back suplex off the top. Crowd once more chanting, this is awesome. And both these guys, you're entirely right. Cover, 2 count. No. Didn't hook the leg. Could have been it if he hooked the leg. Didn't have the best cover there than Miles. But nonetheless, picking up Hendry. Hendry forearm avoided. Hendry, second time of the match. Freak of nature. Oh, but he ain't got enough energy this time to capitalise and keep up. Can Joe Hendry scurry himself into the cover? Is he able to get the victory? One arm draped over Miles. Well, let's do it. Shoulders down. 2 count. Miles kicking out again. Perhaps the hesitation on the part of Hendry to be able to capitalise and go to the cover. He has been tired the entire match. Both men have been tired and been exhausted. That's Hendry looking for standing ovation again. Miles Bourne, that's timing like counter it. Elbow out of it. And now it's Miles Bourne. Shoulders down. Inside cradle. Penny predicament to steal it. 2 count. Bourne got him. Bourne got him. Oh, wow, what a win. Someone consider that an upset. Especially this Orlando crowd in the NXT shed tonight. On the black and silver brand as Miles Bourne has defeated Joe Hendry. Well, what a win for Miles Bourne tonight. What a great start to the series for Miles. You can imagine Hendry is not happy coming up short in his first NXT match, but it came all so close, ladies and gentlemen, with Bourne just in no more eking out the victory with that pinning predicament there. 2 and the 3. Congratulations, Miles. Well, what a matchup, ladies and gentlemen. It's Joe Hendry not very pleased with the loss, but Bourne very pleased with the victory. What a contest, what a show. Thanks for joining us this week on WWE Dark.